The question is, give an example of how I think estate planning can help families. I know I don't have much time, so I'll try to be brief. So I always like to tell two stories that are very dramatic, but also because they, when looked at each other together, they answer this very question. So I'll leave out a lot of the details. I'm not going to share the people's names, and I just want to convey the principles here. So on the one hand, had a woman come into my office whose husband had just passed away. Husband was the primary breadwinner, owned small businesses, owned rental properties, and all of that was in his name, more from convenience and ignorance really than any sort of malignance or unkind intention. And so when he passed away unexpectedly in a car accident, the wife, who I'll call Marcy, she came to my office and she couldn't get money out of the accounts because they were only in his name. And so she needed to be appointed right away as personal representative and get the probate started. And it was just delay after delay, frustration after frustration. And because of the lack of planning ahead of time, it left his family with a real mess on their hands. On the other hand, had another client who came in during life, was diagnosed with late stage cancer, was not given much time to live, and so wanted to make sure that she had things in place to prepare for her husband and also for her two adult children, one of which had special needs. So with this woman I'll call Betty, she got a trust in place to avoid probate. She had the trust included some special needs trust planning for the adult child with disabilities, and appointed the older brother. The two were very close, but appointed the older brother to care for him and make sure that he was taken care of for the rest of his life, but also allow him to maintain his government subsidized benefits. So when Betty, the one with late stage cancer, ultimately died, it was a very simple process, and the family was able to focus on the important things, the relationships, focus on each other, because all the financial stuff, all of the stressful stuff had already been taken care of, and there was a great plan in place. So in their case, they ended up going to a nice little church, had some friends, and had a great celebration of life, and was a very pleasant experience for them to celebrate her life, even though of course they missed their mom and their spouse. It was such a different outcome than the family that I mentioned who didn't have any planning in place. So I hope that helps answer the question.